No man should receive $1 unless that dollar has been fairly earned. Courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. No one cares how much you know until they know how much you care. The reason fat men are good-natured is they can neither fight nor run. The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything. Complaining about a problem without posing a solution is called whining. This country will not be a good place for any of us to live in unless we make it a good place for all of us to live in. Knowing what's right doesn't mean much unless you do what's right. No man needs sympathy because he has to work, because he has a burden to carry. Far and away the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Comparison is the thief of joy. To anger a conservative, lie to him. To anger a liberal, tell him the truth. To educate a person in the mind, but not in morals, is to educate a menace to society. It is not the critic who counts. The joy in life is his who has the heart to demand it. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. Get action. Do things. Be sane. Don't fritter away your time. Create. Act. Take a place wherever you are and be somebody. When you play, play hard. When you work, don't play at all. With self-discipline, most anything is possible. Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far. In any moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. It is only through labor and painful effort, by grim energy and resolute courage, that we move on to better things. Rhetoric is a poor substitute for action. Old age is like everything else. To make a success of it, you've got to start young. For those who fight for it, life has a flavor the sheltered will never know. People ask the difference between a leader and a boss. The leader leads, and the boss drives. Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president. It is hard to fail, but It is worse never to have tried to succeed. Whenever you are asked if you can do a job, tell them, "Certainly I can." Then get busy and find out how to do it. We must all either wear out or rust out. My choice is to wear out. The wildlife and its habitat cannot speak. So we must and we will. Character is far more important than intellect in making a man a good citizen. Success, the real success, does not depend upon the position you hold, but upon how you carry yourself in that position. Courtesy is as much a mark of a gentleman as courage. With great victory comes great sacrifice. Justice consists not in being neutral between right and wrong, but finding out the right and upholding it, wherever found, against the wrong. If given the choice between righteousness and peace, I choose righteousness. Courage, hard work, self-mastery, and intelligent effort are all essential to successful life. The most practical kind of politics is the politics of decency. No man is above the law, and no man is below it, nor do we ask any man's permission when we ask him to obey it. The Armenian massacre was the greatest crime of the war. Society has no business to permit degenerates to reproduce their kind. Conservation is a great moral issue, for it involves the patriotic duty of ensuring the safety and continuance of the nation. I have often been afraid, but I would not give in to it. I made myself act as though I was not afraid, and gradually my fear disappeared. Each man must work for himself, and unless he so works, no outside help can avail him. I do. That is character. Don't foul. Don't flinch. Hit the line hard. Cowardice in a race, as in an individual, is the unpardonable sin. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Freedom from effort in the present merely means that there has been effort stored up in the past. The greatest historian should also be a great moralist. It is no proof of impartiality to treat wickedness and goodness on the same level. From the greatest to the smallest, happiness and usefulness are largely found in the same soul, and the joy of life is won in its deepest and truest sense only by those who have not shirked life's burdens. I am simply unable to understand the value placed by so many people upon great wealth. It's not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of the deeds could have done better. The first requisite of a good citizen in this republic of ours is that he shall be able and willing to pull his own weight. The farther one gets into the wilderness, the greater is the attraction of its lonely freedom. It is impossible to win the great prizes of life without running risks, and the greatest of all prizes are those connected with the home. All contributions by corporations to any political committee or for any political purpose should be forbidden by law.